What's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. Today we're going to be talking about who this Phoenix Suns should hire as their new head coach after yesterday firing their head coach of four seasons, Monty Williams. And in the last 3 seasons, Monty Williams has had 160 and 76 record, and as he's led them to an NBA Finals, which they lost. In 2 Western Conference semifinals when they lost to the Mavericks in 7 and the other night to the Nuggets in 6. So I think it was definitely the wrong decision, but it's the way the Suns felt about making the move. I think Monty was a great coach, an amazing leader, but I think the Suns are going to regret their decision, but they have some decent choices onto who to bring in as their next head coach, and let's go over that. So the Suns have 3 guys in mind, and another guy for the 4th guy. So the two main guys the Suns are most interested is Ty Lue from the Clippers, Tyronn Lue. Now, Tyronn Lue is still understaffed with the Clippers, so if they really want to make a push for Ty Lue, it's going to be interesting to see how they play that. But I think that's going to be really interesting to see. Will Tyronn Lue leave the Clippers to go to the Suns? I think that might be very interesting. The other guy, Mike Budenholzer, another NBA head coach who I think was wrongly fired. 2 bad decisions. I think the Bucks made a really poor decision to fire Mike Budenholzer, and I think both the Bucks and Suns, both very, very bad decisions on firing those 2 head coaches. And I think Mike Budenholzer, he's another really big candidate for the job alongside Ty Lue. Even though Mike Budenholzer is maybe considered as a better coach than Ty Lue, I think the Suns prefer Ty Lue. I think Tyronn Lue would lead that Suns team better than Mike Budenholzer would. That's the way I think. But I think Mike Budenholzer would be another nice candidate. Then the 3rd candidate is Nick Nurse, the Raptors head coach who was fired. That's another really solid candidate if Mike Budenholzer or Tyronn Lue doesn't work out. I think it's either one or the other, in my opinion. I think Tyronn Lue, you might not get Ty Lue. He might want to stay with the Clippers. I think things could be better for the Clips next season. So in that case, Ty Lue, it's a maybe. Now Budenholzer, if Ty Lue's a no, then Budenholzer, I don't see him turning it down. Budenholzer, he doesn't have that many other better options. It's either Phoenix, Toronto, or stay home for a year. And I don't think I'd rather be in Phoenix than Toronto any other freaking day. So, and it's not even about the city, it's about the team. So, Raptors are possibly most likely going into rebuild, and that's one of the reasons Nick Nurse is on his way out. And I just think that I think Budenholzer would be a way better fit in Phoenix than he would be in Toronto, and I think he'd be a better fit in Phoenix than Nick Nurse would be. And then the 4th candidate is Kevin Young, who's a Phoenix Suns assistant head coach and is being looked at for head coaching jobs. I think he was interviewed. I think the Rockets interviewed him as well. But my Houston Rockets, my favorite team, hired Ime Udoka, but he was one of the guys we interviewed, and I think the Pistons interviewed him as well, and I think the Raptors interviewed. So everybody's really interviewed Kevin Young. It's one of the top. He's like maybe top 3 assistant head. Adrian Griffin from the Raptors is one of the top guys, and then there's one more, and then I think there you go. Kevin Young is like the 2nd or 3rd best assistant available for potential head coaching jobs. So they might stay in house. I doubt it. I really doubt it for the Phoenix Suns, a team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and possibly Chris Paul. We'll see what happens with him if he stays, and whoever comes in for DeAndre Ayton. This is a good team. They need a good guy leading their franchise. And even though I think Kevin Young can be a decent head coach one day, whether it's this year or maybe next year, I don't think an inexperienced head coach, an inexperienced coach should come in to coach superstars like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and all-stars like Chris Paul, or maybe Chris Paul, I guess I'd say. I just don't think so. I think it'd be nice to stay in house. Some of these guys would be comfortable, knowing Kevin, but I don't think that's the move for the Phoenix Suns. Now, who do I think, ultimately the Suns should hire? I don't think Ty Lue's going to be available. They're going to try with Ty Lue, but I think he'll stay with the Clippers. I think Steve Ballmer, Clippers owner, I think he's going to make sure that, trust me, he's going to make sure Ty Lue stays. He's not going to let that happen. I truly think that Steve Ballmer will make sure Tyronn Lue doesn't leave. So in that case, I think the Suns should hire Mike Budenholzer as their next head coach. That's the video. If you guys enjoy my thoughts, and peace out.